Hello everyone, it's Model.Rathbone here again. Mrs. Rathbone and I have just returned from our Saturday morning shopping trip and I managed to purchase this DeAgostini issue 1 of the classic Dinky Toys Collection magazine. Excellent. I'd seen this advertised on the television earlier in the week and I thought, yes, got to get me one of those because it comes with a little toilet. So I went into WH Smith, which is our sort of major paper shop downtown, and I couldn't see it anywhere. So I thought, oh no, perhaps it's not coming out till next week. Anyway, I decided to ask a member of staff. She goes, oh yes, one moment, and dives into these drawers. And she said, there we go, sir, that'll be the last one then. Phew! Blimey, that was a bit of luck, wasn't it, guys? So this is issue 1, and you get this little model of a Triumph TR2 Sport. Looks quite good, doesn't it? I've not opened this yet at all, guys. I've only just got home, and what I thought I'd bring you guys along for the ride so you can see, you know, exactly what this magazine's got in it. As I say, I've not looked at it yet at all. I haven't taken it out of the packaging. As you can see, it's still in there as it came. It's in the classic 1950s style box. You used to get Dinky Toys in. I don't know what it's made of yet. I haven't even opened it at all yet. They used to be like a Zamac, Z-A-M-A-C, or a zinc alloy casting on the top end of things. They may very well have had steel wheels with rubber tyres around the outside, and they used to have a pressed steel base to them as well underneath. Now what this has got I don't know yet because I haven't opened it. Now I was born in 1960. During that time most of the world was still in black and white, and there were one or two of the very last dinosaurs still wandering about. So I didn't actually see anything of the 1950s. However, a relative of mine was growing up in the 1950s, and he actually had some of the Dinky Toys from that period. My gran and aunt kept them, and during the later 60s, when we used to go around visiting them, we used to get them out the sideboard and I'd play with them. It was an old Dinky toy car transporter, as I remember. It was one of them. As you can see, the magazine that accompanies the toy is done in classic 1950s style. Okay, so here we have the back of the packaging. As you can see, it's got a little more detail about the car you get this time, and the truck in one of the future issues, issue 2. Look, you've got this little van thing here. And there are a number of other cars you can get as well. I'm not sure how many issues there are with this, but you can get quite a few of the cars from the period. Okay then, I think it's about time we actually got some stuff out of here and had a look what we get. So as I say, there's the car and this little box in the front here, in the classic yellow box. Let's have a look. What do we get in here then? Okay, let's move this off for a moment. Carefully over there. Right, so we get the magazine, which, as I say, is classic 1950s style by the looks of it. And we get the usual little bits of paper in there telling you what you're going to get in the future. Well, that's interesting. A little it looks like an Austin 1100 there. I think my late father had a two-tone blue Austin 1100 at the right at the end of the 60s, early 70s. Yeah, so Part 2 is going to have this Bedford 10CW or 10CWT van for Kodak, shipping their film about in. So this is like you can get a service station with the cars outside of it. Premium subscription. Yeah, little fuel pumps and stuff. A few other bits and pieces. Right, and so we're on to so we're on to the main magazine here. Tells you all about it. Tells you all about the vehicle here. You can see they had, as I said to you, they used to have a pressed steel base on them, which was like riveted over by the looks of it. This to me looks like an original toy they've got. Yeah, there's quite a few photos and text here. Oh, what's this here then? We'll have a look at that in a minute. But there's a nice picture of the car you get. And some history of the original vehicle here. Looks quite interesting. Look forward to reading all that lot. Some more of their toys. More Dinky Toys here. It's interesting. Little glider there, look. Looks like it's elastic band powered glider you used to get. Blimey, yeah, I can remember back in the 60s, late 60s, my late father took us along to some airfields somewhere to see gliders going up. Right, what do we have on the back page then? Oh yes, the upcoming issues and upcoming vehicles you can get. What else we got in here then? Oh, just another bit of paper. Oh, what's this, like a... oh yeah, look at this, like a poster, guys. Yeah, so we get this little postery type thing here. Again with different cars and bits and pieces all over it on one side, and obviously detailing the magazine here. What we got on the other side? Oh, it's just the, well look, I'll show you, it's because it's all obviously meant to be folded up, look. There we are. A few more cars. Got them there, here we are. So it's just, quite interesting then. And this is obviously the subscription details here, what you get when you subscribe, your little key ring, a few other bits and pieces, some petrol pumps. Look, back in the time when somebody would come out and serve you with petrol, I can remember that. So it's just in the garage, just little service station you can get, and there's your details you can put in there. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah, as I say, I haven't opened this at all yet, so I'll see what we can do about getting it out. It's all sort of like folded over and done somehow at the back here. Don't know how we're going to get this out, I'm sure. Right, and I've managed to crack it without doing too much damage to the packaging. Turn him over. Let's have a look. There we go. Check that over there for a moment. Oh, this is all sealed in here then, guys. So I might have to, yeah, hang on, let's get a blade. Okay, so this is the exciting part where we get to see what the cars are made from. Can we get into it carefully enough? Hopefully. Where's the packaging? Okay guys, we're actually into it. Let's get the little, can we get the box out? Hang on, what's it doing here? Oh, let's see. Right, so here's the 1950s style box. Appears to be made quite well. Is there another car in there? No, that's a shame. But anyway, that's the box, guys. Pop that just there then. That can go on the floor for a minute. The little car itself, here we go, on the floor with that, and this. Oh, it feels quite heavy. And so here we have the little car, guys. It is heavy. It is definitely made of, feels like it's made of this Zanmax stuff. We've got the little, the old-fashioned wobbly style wheels on it. It's not the later wheels that used to get on the toy cars to make them go fast. And yes, it has. It has got a pressed mild steel base on it with the Dinky Toys Triumph TR2, but it's got a DeAgostini Mattel here, made in China, so that's not quite 100% authentic. But then, nor is the box with all this stuff written on it, because they wouldn't have had any warnings about choking hazards on boxes back then. And of course, we've got Mattel ink. Well, you know, it would have been made by Meccano Dinky Toys, and it wouldn't have been made in China either. It would have been made here in England. You can see the two different colour cars you can get, or could get at the time. Anyway, yeah, so it's got a proper mild steel base on here, as we can see. It's got little rubber tyres. So let's take a closer look at it, shall we, guys? So here it is. Quite nicely finished, nicely painted. There's your little driver, a little steering wheel in there. I don't know if you can actually turn that. I can't get my fat fingers in there to find out, to be honest with you. Can we turn it? No, it doesn't. Oh, it might go a little bit, yeah. I don't know. I can't get my fingers in there to find out. I'll have to poke somebody else in there. There's a little driver in his racing overalls, look. The little seats are quite nicely detailed. Obviously there's no gear lever or anything in there. So look at these wheels. I think these ones might be plastic with a little rubber tyre on them, to be honest with you. And his nice little windscreen there, look. But here we are. Made in China. As I say, an original Dinky toy would have been made here in the UK, to be honest with you, and it certainly wouldn't have been made by Mattel either. But I suppose, you know, Dinky toys are not about anymore, so have to be made somewhere. But it is quite a hefty little model. I'll get it on the scales, I think. Right, let's pop him on then. Well, it weighs 60 grams, or 2 1/8 of an ounce. Right then, so the little model is 1/43 scale. I've had my vernier calipers all over it. The length is 84 millimeters. Width across the front of the car I measured at 31.2 millimeters, and the height to the top of the windscreen here you're looking at 26 millimeters. So as I say, I wasn't sure what this particular model was going to be made from, but it does certainly feel quite authentic, that's for sure, with a little there we are, it rolls about quite nicely, with this little Zamac upper, pressed mild steel base. It's really authentic. I quite like this. As I say, I paid £2.99. I think later issues are going to be a little bit more than that, but I'm only really interested in getting hold of the first issue, guys. Very nice little model. If there's still any more out there, if you can find an issue of this out there still, you know, if you're into collecting these things, I can highly recommend the little magazine, guys. So if you can remember the original models from the 1950s, I mean, I have seen some of them myself, but a lot of my toys are from a slightly later, the 60s actually, 60s and onwards. I used to collect Matchbox cars with me pocket money. I think I used to get about 10p or something pocket money in the late 60s, early 70s. And I used to go and buy little Matchbox cars, which were a little bit smaller than these. I used to have quite a collection, quite a box full. Obviously I used to ditch the boxes. They're very similar boxes with a picture of the car on the front, but I used to ditch those and just play with the cars. Where they've got to now, I have no idea. Probably been slung out a long while ago. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this look at the Dinky Toys, classic Dinky Toys collection magazine that I picked up today. It's by DeAgostini. As I say, I saw it advertised on the television earlier this week actually, and I thought, oh, I'm definitely going to have to get this one. Definitely get the first one. Hope you enjoyed the look at it, guys. If you did, you can leave me any memories you have of these 1950s Dinky Toys down in the comments below. You can also follow me on Instagram too, because that's where I put up a lot of the photographs. That's stuff, you know, new stuff as I get it. I think I've published a picture of this one on there already, guys. You can subscribe to the channel, especially if it's your first visit. Please do so if you wish to. You can click like, that will help the channel, and you can share it with your friends as well. You can also support my channel by using my specialist GearBest link down below in the descriptive text, and go along and buy what you like from there. Supports the channel. Thank you very much. If you like my work, please consider joining up on Patreon. Thank you very much, guys. It all helps. Right then, please let me know what you think of the review. Perhaps you've got a copy of this. This particular magazine with the car. Please let me know what you think of it. As I said before, if you've got any memories of Dinky Toys from the 50s and 60s, please feel free to share them with me, because I would be very interested indeed. Alright then guys, well once again, thank you very much for popping over to take a look, and I will catch you back here at Rathbone Manor sometime in the near future. Laters!
Ruff, ruff.